Hello, my name is Zachary, and I want to welcome you to another Ars Nouveau tutorial. Today, we're going to be automating the Tablet of Sunrise, which is this thing that I got in my hand right here. What it does is it allows you to fast forward through the night without needing to sleep. And we get a lot of people asking questions in the Ars Nouveau Discord, how do I automate this? And usually they will reach for a daylight detector because it's pretty obvious, right? You want to detect when it's no longer day, use the detector for that. But daylight detectors kind of suck. They get ruined by rain and thunderstorms, and you got to think about that kind of stuff when you're setting them up. And honestly, I think it's more of a hassle than anything else. And we have another option that you might not know about, and it's right behind us right now. It's villagers. So villagers have this funny thing where they go to sleep every night. And beds have a funny quality where whenever they have an occupant, they actually update. So every night when the villager gets into bed, the observers are going to see that and they're going to send a signal. And that's what we're going to use to trigger our daylight ritual. Now, you can just add this on to any villager house as I've done. I've walled him in there just to make sure that we have a nice test candidate. But honestly, as long as the villagers aren't getting stuck anywhere, which they might in this village, it's got a lot of holes. But as long as they're not getting stuck or wandering off and getting killed, you can honestly even just add this, onto an existing house and not do anything to the villager, and they should get to bed in time anyways. So I've actually got two designs that I want to show off today because one of them requires a copper bulb and the other one requires a sticky piston. So you might not have slime early game, or you might not have access to copper bulbs, or you might be playing in an older version of Ars Nouveau, in which case you don't have the copper bulb because, it's only in 1.21. But that's the one that I'm going to set up first. And so copper bulbs have a fun quality where you can, so when they're powered, now let me get a button out real quick so I can show this off. So when they're powered, you will get a comparator signal through. And that's what we're going to use. So I'm going to, so because we need a pulse and not a constant signal though, which is what this is going to give us. This is going to give us a constant signal. We need to turn that into a short pulse. And we're going to do that with this little monostable circuit here, which depends on quasi-connectivity, but it's a pretty stable little thing. So we're going to put a couple helper blocks here. I'm going to put redstone there, a repeater here, set to 4 ticks, and then we're going to put a block here. And then we're going to have a dispenser and our ritual brazier. And that's it. Honestly, that's it. We're going to put the Tablet of Sunrise in there. And now, whenever this gets powered, we will get a signal through. We have a delay on this because we need to power the dispenser first, and then we need to power the brazier. And so if you're not really familiar with redstone, what's happening here, the observer will power the bulb. The bulb will turn on. The comparator will see that and also turn on. It will send power into this concrete powder, which is a gravity block. You can use any gravity block you want, sand or gravel, but I just like using the concrete powder because it's colorful. So this block will be powered, which will power the dispenser and insert the tablet. Then this piston will fire because of quasi-connectivity, and it'll cut that pulse off. But a little bit will get through here, so this redstone wire will get powered, and then 4 ticks later, it'll power this block, which will power the ritual. And then it'll start, and it'll fast forward through the night. I'm not going to do that quite yet, because I want to show you the other one before we get things going. Okay, and now I'm going to show you how to build the second one, which relies on the sticky piston. So, we have this observer on this side, and we're going to put the sticky piston right there. And that's going to be powered by quasi-connectivity, just like that over there. We're going to take an observer and face down here. We're going to put a temporary block here so that we can place our dispenser. I'm going to put a block here and here. We're going to use a redstone repeater. We're also going to set this to 4 ticks. I'm going to put a block here and a block here. And then we're going to put our brazier here. And we're going to insert our tablets, and Then the last thing, we're going to put a redstone dot there. And this is the whole thing. Again, so the observer will detect the villager getting into the bed and it'll push this over. Because that's a 1-tick pulse, it will not pull it back until it gets a second pulse. So in the morning, it'll pull that back. So the observer gets pushed over there and it powers the dispenser, which inserts the tablet. Then we pull that power using a redstone repeater, which then powers this block, which powers this redstone wire, which powers this block, which powers the brazier. And because this is a short pulse anyways, we don't need to do any extra pulse shortening. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and set time set night. And then whoop. And both of them activated at the same time. Yeah, so it's really that simple. And the only thing that I would warn you about is if you use containment jars to move villagers, sometimes they won't link up to a new bed. So I would say if you're moving them that way, break all the beds first, all the beds and workstations before you capture them. But otherwise, yeah, you can just set this up in any village anywhere using either one of these designs. And as long as you keep it stocked, which, by the way, extra bonus tip here at the end, for making your tablets of sunrise, always go for the blazing archwood log and the sunflower, because sunflower, I'll just show you real quick. Because if you have a sunflower and you have bone meal or just the grow spell, because that works too. Sunflower is one of those ones that you can just get as many as you want, and then archwood trees are, pretty plentiful. All right, well, I hope this helps. I've been using it a lot lately on the Ars Nouveau test server, and it's just really nice not to have to sleep. So I hope you all have fun outsourcing your sleep to villagers from now on so that you can get the important stuff done. All right, well, I've been Zachris, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!